Hi, this is Christina, and I am here with my 46 journal to do a flip through for you. A little bit of housekeeping. She's 9 inches long and about 6 inches wide with a 2-inch spine. The journal is held together with just a strip of material, and in the center of that, I've just got this little cameo, pink cameo that kind of matches the theme of this journal, which is mostly pink. A little nameplate here that says Dream, and you can see the cover is material, and then I've added this embroidered material I think I got from Joann's, just cut out pieces of it. The spine is Tim Holtz material, and in the back you've got, of course, material cover, and then I just added this applique on the back of that. There are 3 signatures, and I'm not sure how many pages. I'll count them up and put that down in the description below. You've got a little nameplate here that says this journal belongs to, and on the back of this card is the date that the journal was created. Little corner pocket to start us off with. It says Shabby Pink, and this is a journaling card here. And then I took some basic lace and then dyed it pink color. This is a die cut that I doubled up and used some Lindy's Magical Sprays on it. And then you've got a couple of journaling cards, and then you've got some tickets that are attached there. And that just slides into that little pocket. And just a little circle cut out. The journal's got pinks, botanicals, butterflies. And in keeping with that theme, this came, and I think this may be from Taperology, just a flower picture on the front, and then you can journal on the back of that. And then just did some collage on this circle. Really, really pretty pink and white lace down the side. Cut out flower and a little journaling tag there. And then this journaling tag, I did some sprays on it, added, I can't remember what the name of that tape is, and then just did some, like I said, some sprays, and then you've got a little butterfly on the side. And this journaling tag I had created oh no, not this one. I'm sorry, I did not create. This was something different, but you've got a little butterfly cluster here, a little note or a little thing that says notes, and again, you can journal on the back. The pocket is I have had created from a masterboard, and then just did some sprays on it, and then there's some canvas that's sprayed down this for this edging, and then this is a piece of cardstock that I split down the middle, and you've got some journaling tags in there, and then this says hold on to your dreams. You can journal on the back of that, and then you've got another little journaling card there, and then some journaling space here. This was from Sarah Lee. This is a scanned copy of a legitimate bank mark of New Zealand, and this I had printed a digital on. This is muslin, I think, and I just thought the colors were really pretty and kind of matched our theme here. Then you've got a couple of stamp stickers here with this little bird. Looks like a wax seal, but it is not. And then you've got some journaling space there. And then this is a letter from 1935, or an envelope from 1935, and inside is, or that you can use as a pocket, and the original letter is inside here. And then I put this postcard, which was from 1910, and it has a 1-cent stamp. I just thought that was really pretty with the pink, and you can use that as a little pocket. And like I said, the original letter is inside. Some blue paper that I dyed outside. Then I took a couple of tattered butterflies from the Tim Holtz die cut, and then just added a couple of journaling cards tucked into the butterfly wings. And this was part of a master board that I used and cut up, and you can journal with that, and those just fit very nicely in the wings. And this was, or is, I just created a screen like a Oops, there's a little bit of a glare there, sorry. It's a picture, and I just kind of frame the butterfly in there. And then another journaling card from my master board, and that just fits in there, just like that. This I printed on newsprint, and that is our center. And this was a really fun page to do. So it was a digital with tea, or teacups. So you've got a couple of journaling cards here that fit in the little pocket here that says afternoon tea. And then I made a little cut in the cup, and then you've got some journaling cards there. And I attached it to a real tea, real tea bag string, I think is what I'm trying to say. So that was a lot of fun. And then you've got a little cutout of cups there, and then a couple of journaling cards with teacups. Just a fun little page there. And then on the other side, just a little flower cut out to kind of cover up where it comes in from the other side, and then the other side of our blue paper. And this is a charm that I had resined and made. And you've got some journaling space there. And then this is just some papers that you can tear right off of here and make little notes and put it throughout the journal if you want. And this came from another embroidered material, and so I just cut part of it, added a little butterfly, and then you've got this is a really pretty journaling card. And then this is an original postcard, and I don't have the date on here, but it says place a 1-cent stamp there, so I'm assuming it's in the early 1900s, and that goes in there. Again, more journaling space and places for you to add whatever you'd like. And then you've got a little charm here. And this is part of an envelope, and this is from 1987. And the original letter in here, card in here, and this is Beth, which was my mother-in-law's best friend, she drew that little flower, which I thought was just really pretty and really nice material, and I just did some stamping on that. Another butterfly, and then, oops, I was stuck there. This is an original, and I've got the date on the back of it. This is from 1900, and I just added a couple pieces of lace there, but this is the original picture, and I just thought it kind of matched this digital a little bit, and it just says memories, and added a little glass button there. And we're in this second signature, really pretty lace at the bottom here. This was the other part of that canvas that I had printed on and kind of tore it up to make it a belly band. And then you've got a couple of journaling cards there. It says, "You're never too old to dream a new dream." And this, I just used part of that canvas again. I used a lot of it, made a little belly band in the front. And this is just regular ephemera. It is not vintage. And then I had taken and printed this on canvas and then covered it up. I think I laminated it. And in here, you have a couple of pieces of just some ephemera in there and a little butterfly. And it's a fairly deep pocket, so you can add, your own special touches in there. And those just go right in there. Another one of the things that I had resined, made it into a charm, and really pretty lace down the side. Again, I just used some acetate and just, use this as a frame for this particular flower. You've got a little corner pocket here, and that comes out, little tag there, and then a journaling card here. And again, some more of that lace that I dyed. And this was, I kind of picked up the blue from the bluebird, and this was a vintage handkerchief that I just tore. I think I tore it in half. I used it in other journals, did some coloring on it, and it says, "There's beauty in simplicity." And these are, again, some more of the cards that I made from that master board, and you can journal on those. Then another little charm here. And this really pretty pink ribbon, I think I might have gotten this from a thrift store. Then you've got another resin charm, and then, just nothing there, just some extra things that were sewed on the side of it, and you can journal on the back. And you can, if the journal is too thick, you can always take this off and use it on the side. couple of pieces from the muslin that I sprayed and dyed and did some I think modeling paste on them. And so you've got a couple pieces of ephemera in here, and then you've got a tag from that from the master board in there. And this lace, oh, it's just gorgeous. This was a snippet roll that I made with just different leftovers. And then you've got a couple pieces of ephemera in here. And then this was just a page out of a book that I just did some mixed media on that. This is the original envelope. I believe this is from 1957. The original letter is in there, and then you just have a regular piece of ephemera there. And again, more of that material. Turned out really kind of cool. It says Admit One, and then I just did some collage on this, and you can use that to journal on. And then here is the center printed on thick vellum. And again, I believe this was from the Graphics Fairy, and I just laminated that to kind of pick up the blues. And you've got a little pink pocket. This is from cardstock, and inside, I can't remember. Oh, this I printed up for a happy life, and then just added some lace at the bottom, and then you can journal on the back of that, and that just fits right inside there. I think it does. Let me see. Came out of there, so it goes back in there. There we go. This I just took an envelope, or it might have been, I don't know if it was an envelope or a container of some kind. I just did some modeling on it and sprays, and inside is just a little card, and I've used this clip to clip it in there. And inside you've got just some papers that you can add any place that you want, and you can add anything in this envelope that you'd like. And I'll put that back in a minute. Put that back up. Really, really pretty lace down the side there. A little card, triple pocket, not card here, and a piece of ephemera in there, and also in there. And just I did some embossing on the little front areas. Some more journaling space here. And I love this card. I thought this was so pretty. And then I just added a couple other pieces of ephemera in there, just some other little digitals that you can write on the back of those. And that goes back in there. And again, this is Journal 46. Oops. I just took a piece of lace and dyed it. And then you've got a little journaling card, but you can put anything that you want in there. And then this is just, I'm not sure where I got this, but I cut the envelope away. Again, this is Journal 46, so you've got a couple of tags there. And then this is from, that I did some collaging on. That just goes back there. Those fit in there. And again, this is Journal 46, and some more of that dyed lace. And then this, I think I used Lindy's again on that, and then just some white sprays. And this, well, there's a lot of glare on that. I'm sorry, it's a very shiny cardstock, but you can journal on the back of that. And I think if you can see it, I did some embossing on there, butterfly. But yeah, our third signature, you've got a little charm here. And I just did some gathering with that ribbon. You got a little key there. And this is from 1965. And this was what they handed out to the people that worked for the Department of Energy. Over here you've got a piece of ephemera here, and then an actual bill from the People's Natural Gas, and this is from, I believe, it's May 14th, but I don't have the date on there, so I believe that was in, let's see, it doesn't, I'm sure it's in there somewhere, but that's definitely vintage. And then this was printed on newsprint. And here I cut away this little butterfly to create a little pocket. So you've got a piece of ephemera there. And then you've just got another one here in this back pocket. And I love the green kind of matches our paper on the other side. Got another charm, another resin charm. And then this was something that I cut out from, I think it's from a florology book. And then I put it again on the back of, not on the back of, I'm sorry, on the front of a page from a book called Under the Lilacs, the original book. And then you've just got a little sticker here. And so in here, I love this. You can use this as a bookmark. And I believe this was from Sarah Lee at one of her Create a Journal with Me. And I just took it and added lace, and then so you can use this as a bookmark, but I thought that was really, really pretty. And you've got a little charm there. Really, really pretty lace that matches that digital. And again, another flower, and I'm not quite sure where I got that, but and then this was just from some cardstock, so that fits in right here. And then these two pieces of paper are from Taperology, and then you've got another picture of a flower there. And this is from a sheet that I dyed and added some little, those little dots, so you can kind of feel that here. And then there's all kinds of ephemera in here that you can write on. Some more of that dyed lace. And then I just took an envelope, did some sprays and dyed it, and then did some mixed media on there. And inside here, you have a pink bill from... I'm not sure that it was a return, but I don't know what the date was. But he had a sofa for $100. He didn't like it, and he returned it. So I don't know what year that was, but so you've got that. And then this is just a piece of ephemera postcard, and that goes in there. And there's a lot of room inside there. And I just did some embossing here and just some leftover tag. The center is printed on newsprint. And this is just a regular junk envelope. I created a little pocket down here, and you've got a piece of ephemera here. And inside, so it's basically a double pocket. So here's a card that I used a digital on that, and then you can journal on the back of that. And then I put some one of the digitals in here so you can kind of see it through the little window. And then in the back here, you've just got another writing card on the back of that. So it's a double pocket. And then the other part of that newsprint. And then these air-dried clay that I did some painting on, and the same with that. This was from a card somewhere. I just love the colors, and so turned it into just a writing pad. And I've just done the twine that way, so you can take it out and add more if you want. And then this just came off of a thrifted blouse. And then this is from the masterboard. I just did some collaging on that, and it's just hooked to the top there. Here a little bit of, I did some collaging here, and then just put a piece of vellum as for the cover, and then you've just got a couple of tags that go in there. Oops, right inside the little window. And we're getting to the end, just a piece of ephemera. I think this is probably from Tim Holtz, and then some dyed material there. And I love this spread. I think this is so pretty, the doors in the house. And again, some more from that material. And then a little thing, shabby chic. And again, collage, buttons, butterflies, all the things. And then some really pretty lace down the side. And that brings us to the end. And in addition to that, I've made a little pocket here, and it's a Velcro close. So you've got some paper there that you can take out. You got a little belly band here and a couple pieces of ephemera there, and it just folds up very nicely. And there you go. So thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And this will be in my Etsy shop. Thanks, and you guys have a great week. Bye.